Although for the most part today, pointless is the operative word when it comes to washing the Cutlass, but didn't want it to sit out here with all the you know, stuff built up on it from the pollen and this and that, although it's still going to happen anyway. But it does remind me of when the paint looked nice when it first got repainted back from its original paint job, and the back windshield is looking, back window is looking better and stuff like that. So, but it's just something that needed to be done, and I think I better fix this before it falls over. There, that's better. So, but other than that, I think I will take to polishing a small part of the, like I did right here. Probably do a little bit more of an area, polish it up, and then wax it just to see if I could bring some of that out and how to make it look. Okay, so yesterday we cleaned cars, all of them except for the red one. That's not mine. But today, out of curiosity, I want to do, well, I know it's not the best polish, and it's a 3-in-1 wax, but I'm going to, instead of just do a small spot like I did here, I'm going to go ahead and polish a bigger section, say like right here, or even right here. Okay, so I'm going to speed all that up so that you're not watching the whole video of it. But man, oh man, oh man, time to put some wax on this now. Here, check this out. This pad is done. It is yeah, so gonna go ahead and wax this, and we will back the car up into the shade, and then or into the sun, because we are obviously in the shade right now, and then we will see what it looks like in the sun. Obviously we could tell it looks great now, but we'll see how much better it looks when we get it in the sunshine. So while we wait for the paint to dry, the wax to dry, this car was painted in high school. I went to a technical college down in Florida, and I did auto body work for the beginning of my day in high school, and then after lunch I went to regular high school and did the rest of my classes. Well, my second year of doing auto body work, I decided to go ahead and enroll this car into the classes so that, body work could get done to it. It did obviously stay there, and it took time to get the body work done. I mean, most of them, it wasn't the best, because along this line, obviously, if we were to, I saw them, if you look really closely right there, there's an old rivet from when it had the quarter top vinyl on it took it off because I didn't like the look of it, and it probably was the best idea because it didn't rot the whole roof line. But I left it in there, got most of the body work done, and then school, it didn't get done towards the end of school. So the body work was done, but it was left at the stage that it needed to be painted. So I took it to Maaco and got a one stage coat, base coat, clear coat, single stage paint, and it was a midnight blue metallic. Really nice color. I liked it a lot because in the sun and in the shade, depending on how everything hit, it just changed colors. And obviously, that paint won't last long. We see here and we see on the pad that, over time, the weather took its toll. It wasn't maintained. And stuff like that. So now, we get this faded purple car that we have now. Well, because I'm just curious to see what it would look like, I'm going to go ahead and, let's see. Yeah, we're still a little wet. Just kind of curious to see how far gone the paint is, and if it's salvageable. But it really doesn't matter. I'm doing this just for fun. Obviously, there's things like this. I don't know where this came from. This damage, this was on the car when it got delivered from my brother's house. We got paint chips and rust spots and everything everywhere. You got the rust spots here and over there. It's not going to make all that stuff look any better. I mean, yeah, and obviously this, because this sticker here probably caused a lot of the damage to the paint underneath. And if this sticker wasn't here, this whole panel right here would be almost, flawless, as in, rust wise. Paint wise, that's a different story. But that's what you get for a single stage quick paint job. So now when we redo it, see, and there's they just barely taped it themselves, so that there's overspray everywhere. It didn't bother doing the hinges. But when I get done with the car, I'm gonna have it done. The hinges will be done, the fender gaps and everything. So when you take the hood off, open the trunk and stuff like that, you'll notice, I think, is it open? No, I shut it. I don't have my key with me, screwdriver. When I have it redone, I'll have all the door jambs and everything redone. So, when you open the door, it looks good versus looking like crap. So, let me take a minute here and check the wax again. Let's give it a try. Check this out. Look at that. Wow. Talk about polishing a turd, huh? Definitely. I mean, there's no questions about. Now, obviously, yeah, paint's faded right there on the corners, and that's probably from the thing, but dang. You got all the old stuff over here, and what just we did over here. Big difference. Big difference. I think I might have to do the rest of the car on the merits of just because. You know? Even though it's not going to do much for it, but why not? I mean, if it's going to do this, at least protect what's left, right? Wow. I did not think this would recover like that at all. Okay, so I think I've decided what I'm going to do is maybe this quarter panel, this door and fender, and then half the hood. I'll probably just end up doing the whole car, who knows. So let's see where it goes from here. Okay, just as soon as the tingling gets out of my hands, which we can see, well, we can see I'm probably going to be not among the living once the wife sees what I've done to this shirt. But what I've done to this car, I am probably not going to do on the other side until tomorrow because it is hot. But, well, she shines. So I'm going to go ahead and put some wax on it. Up there really isn't worth it too much because the paint is so faded. You know, like you can see the green right there. You know, it's so faded, so through. It's showing green. But the whole point of this was just to basically, could you polish a turd? Yeah, you can. So that's what it looks like now. I'll put a coat of wax on it just because, out of habit. You know, polish it, wax it, and then that'll end up cleaning up, you know, all of this residue off anyway. And then, you know, get the pad definitely needs to be addressed somehow. I'll probably end up cleaning that in the sink because this pad is going to be the same way once it gets done being waxed. So it's interesting that the car just comes out this shiny after all these years. Yeah, and I'm not doing the front piece here. There's a bunch of small pieces that I didn't do. You know, this top piece I did do. It just obviously doesn't show. Missed a few spots, but I really don't care. I didn't do the rear view. I kind of went over this real quick, but, you know, it was no big deal here. You know, little things like that pillar didn't do it there. You know, didn't concentrate down here. You know, went down and paid attention down towards there for some reason. Don't know why, but I did. So that's what it looks like now. And this is, you know, I look like I killed a Smurf. But, yeah, let me go ahead and get this thing waxed a little bit and cleaned up, and then we'll pull it out into the sun and see what it really looks like. Now, isn't this a huge difference? And we'll go down this side here. You know, purple, dull. Yeah, well, oh wow. Got splattered all over here. Okay, we'll have to take care of that. Cleaned it up a little bit over here. Didn't really wax the top of the trunk here, but waxed down the side here. Man, that looks good. Oh, that's all right down there. Not too worried about that, but I'm surprised actually that right here the compounder took the majority of that off. It was mostly paint, but that's deep scratch, most of that, so I'll leave it alone. What, you wanna come out? Come on. But as we can see now, let's get the door, yeah, into the sun. That looks a lot better. So came out a lot better than I expected, that's for sure. So I'm probably going to do the other side, but I'll probably do it either later or tomorrow, because it is hot right now, because it's been sitting in the sun, and it is not worth doing on hot panels right now. And either that, or what I will do is trade the Spot out with my mom's Camaro and the Cutlass, so that the Cutlass is sitting in the shade all the time and the Camaro is in the sun some, but probably not going to do that. So, but that's going to be it for today. Washed all 4 cars yesterday. Today, oh, didn't need to wax the Camaro or the Equinox because they were in good shape, and obviously, you know, there's no saving this. You know, Florida Sun got a hold of this and said, you're done. So hopefully one of these days we can get it repainted, or I could enclose this into a regular garage one day and go ahead and start painting it myself. But I would get all the equipment and practice not on the Cutlass, but the perfect hood right here to practice on, to get my skills back up to date of painting cars again. But we'll see. Gotta have money first to do that, right? But you know what, that's okay. We got a lot of other things I can do to this car before then. Got a couple more things I could do to the Camaro also before then. So until then, I want to thank you all for stopping by, and I'm going to remind you to have a great day. Like, comment, and subscribe, and remember the 3 R's: revive, restore, and remake. Have a good one.